Hey Pisces, welcome to your June 2020 Twin Flame Love reading. Alright, with me, Adrian H of H and Great Life. Remember, this is a general guidance reading, so what resonates with you resonates, and what doesn't resonate with you, release it with peace and with love and let it go. Alright, so I've selected a number of oracle cards for you, and I'll draw some clarifiers. And for those of you that join my channel on a regular basis, you know I'm curious. I don't look at what they are, but I've also drawn a rune for you for today, and I got Ingress, which is such an amazing one because it speaks about peace, about harmony, about unity, about and so I'm probably more curious than you right now to see what this reading's gonna be all about, because I feel that some of you are already inside a relationship or inside a relationship sort of situation, and maybe things haven't been going as great as you might have hoped for a while there, or maybe there was some unspoken sort of situations and emotions and things about, and I feel that those are sort of getting cleared out, and for those of you that had and usually when something falls, it is a very definite sign for me personally that is definitely confirmed for that. All right. So I feel that for some of you, you may feel that you were in a situation where you may have been with someone, you thought it was over, you sort of let go, and you kind of felt that was it. All right. Now kind of doing it, doing like a U-turn, coming back, it seems like what you might have thought was gone might actually come back for you. All right, because remember, what's yours, it's yours, but sometimes we can be a little bit stubborn. So that is actually quite amazing. I loved it very, very much. All right, let's see what we've got for you. Of course, for those of you that are joining my channel on a weekly basis, thank you so much, all my beautiful people. Welcome back, and if it's your first time, you're welcome. You're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel if you like. I've got a reading coming out for you every week for your zodiac sign. So subscribe and hit that notification bell. Oh, I'm so excited. I even stopped in mid-sentence. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. The links are down below. Morganite, relationship healing. Didn't we just speak about that? You see, that is why I don't like to look at the cards before I do the reading, because then I get excited by it. So relationship healing, Morganite. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. So this is a period of healing for you, things coming together. And so yeah, those things that actually, now that I realize it, with the other readings I actually started the other way around. Normally the crystal oracle would be the last card, but for you I kind of feel like ending where it starts, so yeah, that's amazing. And Morganite is such an incredible crystal that really, it works with the heart energy, but obviously when you work with the heart, you work with everything, because the heart's the spaceship of love. That is so amazing. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So if your heart's been hurting, if you thought that all was over, it's all coming back. Convince yourself, not others. All right, and let's see what it says there now. And also, when I said that, I was just looking at the time of the recording, and it actually said 3:33, like 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And obviously 3 is it's such a powerful number. It's about strength. It's about tenacity, but like positive result coming back. So may that really be true for you. If there are some areas that needed some polishing, even if there was some space away between the two of you, whatever situations may be created by ego, sometimes we need the space away to also get some clarification. Okay. Oh, look at what it says at the back. It says the need to clarify, explain, or justify oneself in personal relationships is always self-serving. What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need. Okay? Because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. Hi-ho! So funny, these cards. Okay. So maybe you were acting there from a bit of a point of fear, I'm going to leave him, I'm going to leave her before he or she leaves me. View from above, get the big picture. Okay? So, you know, when you get into conflict, and of course, Pisces, with you being the beautiful water sign that you are, you know, and sometimes when you get into emotions, you can get really thrown by those emotions. Okay. Um, but try your best next time when that happens, or even if you're feeling that energy right now, because I feel that some of you are feeling that energy right now, you know, you're kind of steaming a little bit, you're like, ugh, okay? Try and take a breath into that and imagine yourself, if you can visualize yourself, you know, almost like I do in regression hypnosis, you can visualize yourself outside of the situation and looking into the situation, looking into it inside, then sometimes you can get a lot more perspective as opposed to experiencing yourself within the situation. All right, because when you experience yourself inside of the situation, often we don't see the solution because we are emotionally involved. All right, but as you step out, you allow that it becomes so much more clear to you because you are looking kind of like objectively. All right. Wishing well. Things becoming better and better, more and more. All right. Wishing well there. I feel that for some of you, you didn't really want to fight. You kind of wanted to keep things as the best way they can possibly be. You maybe let something slide that you know you shouldn't have let slide. And I feel that it almost feels like for some of you, you might have sort of lost yourself a bit in a situation there, you know, in almost like by trying to hold on to like a relationship, for example, you know, or to not to lose what you have. I feel that some of you have kind of like turned the blinkers to certain things, all right? And it made you feel sort of lonely inside the situation, inside the, you know, the relationship. But the magic is when you let that go, and some of you have already done that, some of you are in the process of doing so, it's like you get to see how much magic there actually is, and you're getting to see the magic that you are. Okay? I feel that some of you have been playing it small for the sake of other people, for other ones. Not just even for the person that you might, you know, that might have your heart, but for that person's family and extended family and friends and brothers and sisters, and, you know. But then when you step out of that situation, and I feel you're stepping out of it so strongly, you might not even have realized that you're actually stepping out of it until, you know, you look back and you say how far you've come. But now you're realizing, you know, what a magical masquerade some of you might have played. But this is what I like so much about it. When you can see how well, you know, because you've kept things together, because some of you might be mentioning things to other people, you know, and that you weren't doing so well. And they were like, but in my view, you were doing excellent. So now that you realize how you can do from, you know, when you're not at your best, many of you are seeing how you can really, really do. You're seeing your own potential now, all right? And instead of that driving you away, it makes you sort of super sexy. You know, you're shining like a light. And that draws the right love to you. So maybe even a partner that might have been very willing to let you go now realize that I've got a diamond in the rough here, okay? And this diamond is kind of polishing itself, and it's shining, and it's beautiful, and the potential's unfolding. And they're kind of curious. They want to see where you're going with this, and they want to be a part of that. They might actually realize that they loved you more than they realized ever before. Amazing. Because you're loving yourself more. How amazing is that? So you've got the World, you've got the Nine of Swords, and you've got the King of Pentacles. Okay? This is for this relationship healing. Okay? Look at that relationship healing. You get the World card there right away. Isn't that amazing? So, typical you, the Pisces, I say that with love, is that as things unfold and they become beautiful, because you can be such a warrior sometimes, you're concerned about some things here, you're concerned about this, you're concerned about that. There's no need to be concerned. Okay, I'm just going to wrap that one right up for you. Okay? The more, it's like the more you worry, you more withhold yourself from experiencing the actual magic. Okay? So worry, withhold, kind of like puts a barrier between you and how beautiful things can become. I feel that some of you might actually, you know, I love people so much. Some of you might actually feel that you need to, you might be worried about the fact that you've got nothing that you're worrying about. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm not worrying about anything. How concerning is that? Something must be wrong with me. Please don't think like that, because no, 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 no. So yeah, with this one that says convince yourself and not others. You don't have to convince anybody, because remember, as I said, you're shining out like that light, and the Three of Cups confirms it for us, especially with the High Priestess right after that, and then the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? It's like you are just a magnet for positive things. You are such a magnet for positive things. You know, this is what I love. You're coming into the shine of what you knew that you could always be. I love that so much. Starting from new. So many of you might be starting maybe a new relationship, but I also feel a lot of new starts within a relationship that some of you may realize, especially, you know, if you've been in it for a while, that you kind of let this thing go for a while. Okay, and so it's like you're starting new, you're starting fresh, you're starting over, and it's so beautiful, so beautiful. It's almost like you getting to know a part of yourself now as well. So for many of you, it's like you're getting to know a part of yourself now as well. It's new, it's beautiful, that's incredible, and it excites you too. And it's like your natural attraction just keeps on expanding. Wow. So if you are single, you better be ready to mingle, because they're going to start knocking on your door. You're going to start getting yourself ready here, because there might be some competition over you where you might have felt a bit overlooked maybe before. They're going to want in. They're going to want in. Okay. View from above. Get the big picture. Okay. 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 Now we've got three cards that are coming out here in reverse. 10 of Wands, Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. All in reverse. Don't play yourself down. Okay? Don't look for reasons why things may not work out. Okay? I know that it can be very scary sometimes, and it can feel very bold when you're taking these big new steps. You're like, oh my goodness, should I even be doing this? Why not? Give yourself the chance to feel happiness, because I'm telling you, this is a fairy tale unfolding. Okay? You know the point where Cinderella felt a little bit like, oh my goodness, what's going on here? Should I even be doing this? You know, tripping a little bit. I feel that some of you are there. You are tripping a little bit, but there's no need to do so. Okay? Trust the process of love. Wishing well. Don't know what card is this. They just want to fall out here. Oh, it's safe to trust. It's safe to trust your emotions to be who you are. You don't have to change who you are. You're safe to be who you are. King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and Knight of Swords. Beautiful. So beautiful. The way for you to get everything that you want, everything in life, love and everything else, the way for you to get that is to be 100% you. Just be you. Okay. For you, that's the key. Being you. Look at this card that's here at the top of the deck. Ace of Pentacles, and everything will come to you just wonderfully. It's safe for you to dream right now in the most vivid of detail, because life is saying to you, what did you like? Oh, Baba, I'd like to give it to you. Okay. So thank you so much, Pisces. I loved it, by the way. I loved it so much. Love is ticking all the boxes. Honor, love, and respect, my babies. I will see you all next week. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll see you next week. Bye. And, and I wish that June is the most wonderful, prosperous, fantastic, beautiful, wonderful month of your life. And so it is. Ciao, ciao.